Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pre-match press conference for match number 26 between Zambia and South Africa. Please welcome the coach of Zambia. We will start with the press conference for the team of Zambia, Coach Bruce Mawape and player Hazel Nali. We will start first with the coach. Coach, please tell us, how are you looking forward to your semi-final game?
I think this is the game that we need to put in more effort, because South Africa knows us, they know us better. We have played them several times and we know them as well. So to me it will be like playing a final before the actual final, because we are coming from the same region. So as far as I'm concerned, our team is ready for this semi-final. We want to get to the final.
So far so good. The team is ready, and of course everyone in the team is very excited, looking at how far we've come as a team. And I feel at this stage, this is the most exciting stage, of course, in the tournament. So everyone in the team is focused and looking forward to the game tomorrow.
And pose the questions to the coach or the player.
After playing 120 minutes, going to penalties in the last match, how is the team physically? And the second connection to that would be, are you thinking that you will need to finish this game in 90 minutes to avoid the team going into penalties? Is that something you're concerned about for the sake of fitness for if you get to the final?
I think talking about fitness, we started preparing this for this tournament a long time ago, and playing 120 minutes, it's actually part of preparing for the next year. We had enough time to recover, and I feel our players have recovered fully.
Okay.
Hello, Nicholas with Fox Sports. I'd like to ask how the feelings on the team, for both of you, the feelings of the team after qualifying for the Women's World Cup next year. What has it been these last few days? Has it been elation, or are you pausing and reflecting only on this tournament, or any funny moments or celebratory moments?
Well, I think after qualifying to the semi-final, of course, naturally you just have to celebrate, because reaching the semi-final, it's also an achievement in one way or another, because it actually made us qualify to the World Cup. So there were the celebrations here and there, but with of course a limit. You can celebrate, but you cannot continue until maybe you come to the next year. That's at a limit time, and we started now looking forward to this semi-final.
For us as a team, qualifying to the World Cup feels so great to us as a team, and of course we carry it as an achievement, because it's something that we planned for coming in the tournament. So of course as a team we achieved that objective, and now we're looking forward to the games that we have, that is playing the semi-finals.
Hi there, Coach. And what's the reaction been like in Zambia from the people back at home, and how can you make sure that the squad and the team are not noticing these reactions and maintain their mentality going through to this game?
Yeah, but you see, sometimes it's very difficult to control that because this time people use social media, and when they are in their rooms, they can also try and watch what is happening in Zambia. Okay, people were excited back home, but we actually talked about it. It's supposed to be something normal in football, unless somebody hasn't been in football for some time. We expect such kind of thing to happen. So the control was there, and here we are now ready for the semi-final.
Okay, any more questions? No? Cynthia? So can I ask you, Coach, a question? Now you have already made it to the World Cup, so this is one goal achieved. What's your next goal in this competition?
Our next goal now, like I said before, that our target was to qualify to the World Cup. Now that we achieved that, our focus shifted to the Africa Cup. Our target now is to go for gold.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Hazel. Good.
Thank you.
Just a reminder, the team of Zambia has the official training today at 5:30. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pre-match press conference for the team of South Africa for the match number 26, the semi-final. Please welcome Coach Desiree Ellis and player Germaine Sio Posenwe. We will start first with the coach. Coach, welcome to Casablanca. How are you looking forward to the semi-final tomorrow?
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for our late arrival. It was out of our control. It's a big game for us tomorrow. If we want to achieve one of our objectives, we have to get a positive result. We've played Zambia on many occasions. I think they know as much as we know about them, they know of us. But if we execute our plan, we will come away with a positive result.
You and your teammates How are you and your teammates are preparing for tomorrow's game?
We just try and focus, on the things we can control, trying to rectify our mistakes. I feel like that we kind of have come across throughout the tournament, and try and play better every time we go out there.
Okay, questions? Wait for the mic.
My name is Sihle Ndebele from the Sowetan newspaper in South Africa. Jermaine, you are South Africa's leading goal scorer with 2 goals. The tournament's leading goal scorer has 2 players joined. They've 3 goals. Do you fancy your chances of maybe challenging for the golden boot, or we are not focusing on that?
I think as a forward, I want to positively contribute to my team, so that means scoring goals so that our team can win, but the objective is to make it to the final, and whoever scores in the game is who scores. We aren't trying to go for individual awards here. We're a team. We came here as a team. We want to win this thing as a team. So hopefully everyone can collectively contribute to the goals of the team. But if I get another goal, then so be it. It's my job. That's what the coach brought me in to do. So I'm going to try and do my best.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Gentleman here.
Tambashwala Joseph from Sports. Charmaine, just take us through the tension of having to play your previous match, knowing that it was technically bigger than what you are playing now, looking at the broader picture of the World Cup. How much tension was there when you played that match? Because honestly, like the coach said in the post-match interview, you guys were not the normal South Africa that we know. We know. Going into this one, how do they differ, and what are you bringing into this one, seeing that there's so much pressure on you, especially to deliver?
I don't think we played the brand of football that we wanted to play in the previous match. I think we came out playing well, and after the goal, I think we kind of went into a little bit of a comfort zone, and we didn't continue to play the way we wanted to play as a team. And I think if you take all the factors that has been surrounding the team, I mean, Tembi got injured, there were COVID cases in our team, and so you take all that into consideration, and trying to focus on such a big match, and trying to qualify for the World Cup for a consecutive time, that does put a lot of pressure on the team. But I think we showed character in that game. We stuck it out together. We worked hard for each other. We continued to encourage each other in that game, and we were united. Even though we weren't playing well, we were trying to get each other to that point where we can, see the game out. But yeah, we got that monkey off our backs now, qualifying for the World Cup. And now we look forward to the semi-final, which is our next, big game. We want to focus completely on that, and not look too far ahead. Yes, we want to be in the final, but we need to focus on what we need to do in this game, how we can get a positive result out of this game. And I think my teammates are fully focused on that. We're not worried about anything else at the moment. It's just focusing on Zambia and how we can get a positive result.
To qualify in the World Cup. My question, you believe you can win this Women's African Cup of Nations? I know you have many players who win the Champions League African for women. You believe you can win this competition, coach?
Look, it is one of our second objective, but as Jermaine said, it's one game at a time. You look too far ahead, you lose focus of the task at hand, and the first task at hand is Zambia. And we need to get over that hurdle first before you can think of the next hurdle. So we're focusing fully on the match to get a positive result, and then we'll worry about what happens after. But it's one game at a time and one day at a time.
Do we have we'll take the gentleman here first.
I'm from the Daily Sun newspaper in South Africa. Coach, the last game against Tunisia created a lot of chances, but scoring seems to be the main obstacle. Have you worked on some strategy to ensure that we overcome this hurdle?
Look, we work on that all the time. It doesn't happen overnight that it comes right. I think it comes with a lot of confidence for the player as well. I think the important thing is getting into that position. The important thing is creating. If you were not creating, then you'd be a little bit more worried, but we are creating. It's just a little bit of lack of composure, maybe seeing the moment before it happens. And we've worked on that. And then it's up to the player to be composed in front of goal. And all you can do is work. And as Jermaine says, if opportunity comes, we have to put it away, because you then close out the game, but we haven't been able to, in the Tunisia game, get that opportunity. It looked almost easier to score than to miss, and you know, when the pressure is on you, that sometimes happens in the game, but you have to take your hat off to the players. We might not have scored enough goals to close the game out, but the effort, the grit, the character showed a different side that people are not used to. People want to see us play the type of football that we're known for, and sometimes these games that come in the knockout stages, it's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be easy, and they showed a lot of character, considering, as Jermaine said, leading up to the game, what transpired in camp with the injury, with the COVID cases. For us to even put up such a gritty performance says a lot about this team.
Pitch, you've played the Mulay Hassan, I believe, on your games. It's a bit narrower, and the Mohamed Sank is a bit wider. Does that make a difference in any way?
We also played at different stadiums, and you learn to adapt quickly. You know, you learn to adapt quickly. You learn to put your structure out there and use whatever you can to get an advantage. I think the players that we have been in the game for a very long time, have played abroad, played in different stadiums, so they learn to adapt really quickly. And I don't think it matters where we really play, because of the adaptation happens so quickly, and we're here for a specific goal, so those things they overcome really quickly, and then we get going and the game starts, and you can't be worrying about the size of the pitch and all of that, as long as it's the standard sizes that you're used to, because that's the most important thing.
South Africa. Coach, just on the issue of Nokolo, you and I would probably agree that she didn't have one of the on-target games on the day, and she was seen frustrated, but you kept her on. Just take us through your conversation with her just as you build up to this game. And once again, anyone else could have taken her out of that game, seeing that she was not having it easy, although she got so many chances. And your message to the fans at home, the hype is so much that even when we came here, we were given messages to pass on to you on our respective platforms, whether it's radio, TV, and all of that. There's a big hype in South Africa to both of you. What can you say to the South Africans, millions of them, who say, bring it home?
You see, there's a tendency when things to the outside public or to the fans, it seems to them as if things are not going well. But to us, a player gets a certain role to do, and if we're happy with that role, we keep the player on the pitch. It would have been really detrimental to her taking her off. She was playing well, you know, so you keep going. You give the player that confidence, you keep going. And it shows the confidence that she has to consistently keep trying to score. It shows how she's raised the game. And all you can do is just, you know, speak to her and motivate her even more, because it doesn't make sense then to take the player out. You demotivating the player. You're actually telling the player that what she's doing is wrong. And we've never done that. We've had crowds do this to take a player off, and we've continued playing the player, and our players on the bench have sometimes at times continued applauding that player, because we're a team. So when things are not going right, it doesn't mean that the player is doing badly. So you just have a talk on the side after the match and during training, and she's back to her bubbly self, you know, her confident self. To the fans back home, they've been amazing. The messages that they've sent us, that's been amazing. Our president, Dr. Danny Jordan, always says that, you know, you play for the fans, you go out there and put a smile on their face, the challenges that they're going through, and yet we've seen little pictures of them sitting with their computers, watching the game in complete darkness. So we will do everything that we can to get the result that we want, because besides them wanting to win it, we also have an objective, but we start with the first game, which is the Zambia game. We say keep supporting the team. We know the team is much loved, and we will give our best effort like we've always done to get the positive result.
To support us, sending us amazing messages all over social media and all of that. We really, really appreciate it. It keeps us going, and hopefully we can put some more smiles, continue to put the smiles on their faces as we go in to the next match and try to get a positive result.
Okay, the team of South Africa, We'll have their official training today at Stade.
To the fans, but also to the coaches out there for the work they've put in. They've put in a lot of work. One of our former players said to me, this is personal, and I know where that comes from. A lot of players have come before, a lot of coaches have come before, and we cannot forget where we come from. We cannot forget the coaches that have put a lot of effort in. We cannot forget the players that have been here, that have all tried to qualify for World Cups, to win WAFCONs. So it's not just for this group out here, it's for everyone, you know. I also want to say thank you to our sponsor, Cecil. They have been amazing over the last 9 years. They've been supporting us tremendously. To the South African Football Association, when we were down and out during this couple of days, they really supported us and came through for us, and we want to show an attitude of gratitude by getting a positive result.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll look to see you tomorrow at the game, inshallah. Thank you.